Welcome back to another episode of Peak Performers Podcast. I'm your host, Thor Conklin. In today's episode, we're going to look at what 90% of the emails I get have in common. And I'm wondering if you have this in common also.
Welcome to this edition of Peak Performers Podcast with your host, Thor Conklin. Thor will be sharing the necessary tools, strategies, and psychology you'll need to become a peak performer in any area of your life or business.
Thor Conklin here. We give you the tricks, the tips, the tools, the strategy, the technology, and the psychology peak performers use in order to get more done and execute at the highest level. If you know what to do but struggle with getting it all done, or simply want to raise your game to the next level, this podcast is for you. Sit back and enjoy. Whenever I'm being interviewed on another podcast, at the end of the show, I will offer the listeners of that show the opportunity to write to me. Send me an email, 50 words or less, describing the biggest problem that you have in your business, and I'll send you a 4-step process to eliminate that problem completely, or at the very least, move it forward significantly. And many times, some of the questions are so specific that I'll actually even get on the phone and actually talk to them as well and give them some pointers and some advice along the way. And it's interesting, out of the hundreds of emails that I get, I wanted to see if there was a common theme. And guess what? There was. And the common theme is motivation. I don't feel motivated anymore. Over and over again. There were different forms, but the bottom line was they just didn't have a motivation anymore. You know, in the beginning, everything's exciting. Towards the end, it's exciting because you can see the finish line. But in the middle, quite frankly, the middle can sometimes just suck. And you've got to make it through that time period. Now, for some of them, this middle stage is just that stage of time that is normal. They're putting in the effort, and it's just going to take a while to get some traction, but it will take off at some point. Others are just missing the mark. They're not fulfilling what the client absolutely needs. Their messaging is not good. They're not telling enough people. So it varies by company. But the bottom line is people are trying to figure out how to get more motivated. You've heard me talk about this before, that motivation is a really, really bad source of energy. It is very difficult to keep up. And if you're chasing motivation, you are not going to win this game. The bottom line, the reason they're not motivated and why they feel tired, overwhelmed, is they're not making any money. That's the bottom line. If they were making tons of money, they'd be motivated. Well, this is the chicken and the egg, right? I'd be motivated if I just had more money. Well, you've got to get to the point where you can motor through this. Push forward. I'll give you some strategies here. First and foremost, micro commitments. Get up in the morning, get up early, have a plan, and make micro commitments. This is what I'm going to do, and this is what I'm not going to do between now and the end of the day. It's just going to be 16 hours long. That's it. Make those commitments, stick to them. And you've heard me say this over and over and over and over again. And I don't mean to be a broken record about this, but this stuff works. Have somebody hold you accountable. Tell the world. Post it on Facebook. This is what I'm going to do today. Hire an accountability manager. And then, when you actually do get something done, I don't care what it is, celebrate. I've got a stupid little bell here with a smiley face that I hit all day long. Hey, guess what? I did my emails. I did my podcast. It actually makes me laugh. It's got this little smiley face on. I've got a gong in the back of my desk as well. Celebrate. As entrepreneurs, we do a really, really lousy job of celebrating. Celebrate the small wins. Track, measure, adjust. Associate pain and pleasure. Reward yourself when you get it done. Every time we onboard a new corporate client, a consulting client, we go out and we celebrate. We do something special. If you're not hitting your goals, give yourself some pain. Take something away. Stop doing something. Make sure you have a big enough why. Do it for others. We'll always do things. We'll do more for others than we'll do for ourselves. Who are you doing this for? Breathe. Take a deep breath. Energize yourself. Drink plenty of water. Get plenty of sleep. Eat well. Look, it's not easy, okay? It gets tough sometimes. But those are the moments where you've got to take a stand and you've got to say, today I'm going to do this. Do it. So where in your life, where in your business, have you been lacking this motivation? You've been looking for this motivation. People get in books and seminars, and don't get me started. There's a lot of time wasted trying to get motivation. Do it for yourself. Step up, make a decision, put a line in the sand, and say, today, I don't care if I'm motivated, I don't care if I'm excited, I don't care if I'm passionate about it, I'm just going to do it. Grind it out. And if you're not making the kind of money that you need to be making, get a part-time job, get a full-time job, do something on the side. It doesn't matter. Do something. Work your butt off. That's how results are made. I wish you the very best. If you're struggling with something, please feel free to drop me an email to thor@thorconklin.com. Have an amazing week. Thank you so much for listening today. I really do appreciate your time, and I hope you found today's show valuable. If you would like to receive these shows automatically to your phone or to your computer, simply go to iTunes and subscribe. After listening to several of the shows, if you're so inclined, please leave us a 5-star rating, as this helps us reach additional people and spread the message. If you're truly committed to taking your life to the next level and doing whatever it takes to become a peak performer, but something's holding you back, something is blocking your way, and you just can't seem to figure out what it is, send me an email to info@thorconklin.com. And I'd be more than happy to get on the phone with you. We'll schedule a 15-minute discovery call. No obligation, no cost. I absolutely love to hear from the listeners. And if there's something I can do to help, I'd be more than happy to do that. Also, if you found something of great interest in today's show and you want to share that with your friends and family, simply go to my Facebook page, Thor Conklin. Click on the episode, hit the share button, and share it on your page. You can follow me at Twitter @Thor Conklin. The website is thorconklin.com. We're constantly adding new free resources, discussing additional tricks, tips, tools, and strategies on how to be a peak performer. Remember, I try to keep these episodes short so you can listen to them during dot time, doing other things, commuting, driving, walking, working out. Decide to be a peak performer in all that you do. And until tomorrow, have an absolutely amazing day.